My name is Craig Ballew. I'm one of the co-chairs of the Labor and Employment Committee for the State Chamber of Commerce. We had a meeting earlier today with Secretary of State McDonough and a number of other representatives from Dollar on the misclassification legislation. It is active legislation that raises a lot of issues and concerns. We met for the purpose of trying to communicate some of the more philosophical, broader concerns as well as some of the nuts and bolts issues. There are a lot. There seemed to be a good dialogue, and there's a hearing coming up on March 2nd. Among the issues that we raised were concerns about the fact that it begins with a presumption that it is an employer-employee relationship and that it is a rigid test under the DLLR standards that is not the same as the test you'll see in other situations when looking at whether someone's an employee or an independent contractor. We also spoke about the concern related to the private cause of action, some of the provisions related to the absence of notice before government representatives would come on site, some of the timing issues related to how long employers had to respond. We spoke about a number of other issues related to definitions and related to some of the sanctions that were in this bill as opposed to prior bills, as well as some of the things that have been removed. It is very different from last year's bill. If anyone's familiar with last year's bill, there are a lot of changes, and many of those changes are positive. We'll just have to wait and see as things progress in terms of what the response is, in terms of the proposals that we made. We have not taken a position on the bill, and will probably not do so for about another week to a week and a half.